In the warm, clear waters of the Great Coral Reef, a cheerful dolphin named Daisy lived. She loved to explore the colorful reefs, swim with her friends, and learn new things. One day, Daisy received a magical letter floating on the ocean's surface. It was from Coral Reef School, inviting her to attend the school for special sea creatures. The letter read, "Dear Daisy, you are invited to join Coral Reef School, a place where all creatures of the ocean learn about the world and its history. Here, you will meet students from every corner of the ocean and beyond. Together, you'll learn the secrets of the sea and even explore the world's great histories." Signed, Professor Pearl, the Wise Turtle. Daisy was excited. She had always wanted to meet animals from other parts of the ocean. She quickly swam to her mother, who smiled and said, "Coral Reef School is a wonderful place. You'll make great friends and learn many important lessons." With a heart full of excitement, Daisy set off on her journey to the Coral Reef School. When Daisy arrived at the school, she was amazed. The coral glistened with bright colors, and there were animals of every shape and size swimming around, talking, and laughing. At the front of the school was Professor Pearl, a wise and old turtle who had seen many oceans and traveled the world. "Welcome, Daisy." Professor Pearl greeted her warmly. "Let me introduce you to your classmates." First, she met Max, a friendly dog who was a guest from the land world. Max was there to learn about the oceans and share his knowledge of land history with the sea creatures. He was wearing a little diving suit with fins, and his tail wagged as he smiled at Daisy. Next was Cleo the cat, who, like Max, came from land and was curious about the sea. Cleo loved history and was especially interested in the ancient lands where cats once roamed as royalty. There was also Benny the bunny, who was known for being a fast swimmer. Benny was learning how to hop across the underwater grasslands and loved to explore the ocean floor. Penny the parrot flew above the water, dipping in to chat with everyone. Penny was great at repeating everything she heard and was especially talented at remembering stories of the past. Daisy's eyes widened when she saw Leo the lion. He was a bit larger than the others but very gentle. Leo was there to learn about leadership from the sea creatures, and in turn, he shared his wisdom about the animal kingdom on land. Lastly, Pablo the penguin waddled out from the ice section of the school, where cold water creatures lived. He was excited to learn about the warmer waters and was always up for a fun adventure. Professor Pearl gathered the group in the big coral classroom and said, "Today, we will learn about the amazing history of our oceans and the role each of us has played in shaping this world." She began with a story about the great migration of dolphins that happened thousands of years ago. Dolphins, like Daisy's ancestors, had traveled across vast oceans, helping other animals by guiding them to food-rich waters. It was a lesson about teamwork and helping others. Max the dog listened carefully and shared his own story about how dogs and humans worked together during ancient times, protecting their families and finding food. The students were amazed to learn how different animals had their own unique histories. Next, Professor Pearl talked about the mysterious Coral Kingdom, a beautiful underwater world that existed thousands of years ago. It was ruled by a wise queen dolphin who taught her subjects the importance of protecting the ocean's resources. Daisy was fascinated by the idea of the Coral Kingdom and asked, "Professor Pearl, what happened to the kingdom?" Professor Pearl sighed and said, "Over time, the Coral Kingdom was forgotten as new lands and creatures appeared, but the wisdom of the queen still lives in the coral we see today." As part of their learning, the students were sent on a special mission to explore the ancient coral ruins, where they would discover more about ocean history. Each student was given a task to uncover a piece of the past. Max and Cleo worked together to solve a puzzle that revealed ancient carvings on the coral walls. These carvings showed how sea animals and land animals once worked together to protect the environment. Daisy and Benny found an ancient map leading to the lost city of fish, a place where fish from all over the world once lived in harmony. It was a lesson in cooperation, and Daisy realized how important it was to work together, no matter where you were from. Penny the parrot, with her excellent memory, recalled a song that her ancestors had sung about the great sea turtle migration, when turtles traveled across oceans to lay their eggs, ensuring future generations would survive. She shared the song with her friends, and they all sang along, celebrating the strength and perseverance of the sea turtles. On their last day at Coral Reef School, Professor Pearl gathered everyone together for an important lesson, protecting the ocean for future generations. She explained how the oceans were changing and how it was up to every creature, big and small, to play their part in keeping the waters clean and safe. The ocean has given us so much, Professor Pearl said, and now it's our turn to protect it. Leo the lion stood up and roared gently, saying, "On land, we have the same responsibility. We must protect our homes, just like you protect the sea." Daisy, Max, Cleo, Benny, Penny, Leo, and Pablo all made a promise to protect the oceans and lands, knowing that their friendship and teamwork would help make the world a better place. As the school term ended, the students celebrated their graduation with a big underwater party. There were bubbles, coral decorations, and a grand feast with seaweed cupcakes and fish-shaped cookies. Professor Pearl gave each student a special coral badge as a reminder of the lessons they had learned. Daisy wore her badge proudly, knowing that she would carry the wisdom of Coral Reef School with her wherever she swam. As they waved goodbye to each other, the friends promised to stay in touch and continue learning from each other's worlds, both land and sea. Even after leaving Coral Reef School, Daisy and her friends stayed connected, continuing to share stories about their adventures and the new things they learned. Together, they helped teach others the importance of working together, respecting the environment, and always being curious about the world around them. The Coral Reef School had taught them that learning never stops, and with their new knowledge, they were ready to make a difference, both above and below the water.